spoke about that. Is that still a go?
See, it was going to be August because I wanted to jump them. I wanted to start in when they was on vacation to take the time slot from them because they're not going to compete. Now they fired. They fired. You know what I mean?
So nobody from Gilbert Arenas coming back?
Josiah.
Shout out Josiah.
I had the contract since January, bro. I was recruiting because their contract is in September. So I figured that they would be held all the way to September. So I was like, all right, let me get my people. I saved some of the staff members that got fired from the new dude.
But the actual rotating cast.
Yeah, they all got fired.
Nick, Rashad.
Definitely Rashad. I know they still had to do their job, but like I wanted to see where the loyalty was.
You said Rashad specifically. Was there anything that he specifically did that let you know,
Yes.
like, I really can't?
He can't.
Alright, so it appears Gilbert Arenas has now made it clear that there's genuine friction between him and Rashad McCants. I've been following this situation through several videos, but Arenas' latest comments line up almost perfectly with what I suggested in my previous upload about McCants' role in all of this. Here's the quick rundown. McCants recently stepped forward and criticized Arenas, accusing him of being selfish and mainly concerned with himself, along with several other criticisms. Then things got even more interesting. Arenas appeared on Carmelo Anthony's podcast and finally spoke openly about what happened with Gil's Arena and his relationship with McCants. But before we break down Arenas' side of the story, it's important to go back to where this started. I want to play the original clip of McCants making those comments, so the rest of today's breakdown has the full context. This is McCants taking aim at Arenas.
I don't really talk to nobody. I don't really get into the semantics. All I know is Gil want to do his own.
Okay.
So who left?
Mike
did Gil
left.
leave or did they kick Gil out?
You can't kick Gil out and we stay. That don't make no sense.
So Gil left.
Gil,
Yes or no? Don't start.
I feel like Gil be ducking me because I be tearing. That's how I feel. I feel like I be tearing up and Gil can't handle that. Gil want to win. I be tearing up. I'm not gonna lie. I be tearing up.
Right,
he
so-
don't like. And I'm the that just be going against the grain all the time. I done had to say, man, I ain't come over here to argue. I'm like, we here. It's a debate show. What are you talking about? You didn't come here to argue. This is what we built. We built the whole platform on arguing. The reason they tuning in is they want to see what we're arguing about today.
Correct this for me. They let the white people come in and take Gil out and replace him with Skip.
Just say that, yeah. That's not.
What
that's
is
not
the
it.
truth of the matter?
That's not it, man. That's not it. I'll say this because I don't want to be speaking for nobody because nobody has said.
Don't say nothing out of
Nobody
out
but
of
Gil
class.
has said anything. Like, he's the only one going his own shit and be like, "This is what's happening." But he like to save his own face.
Right.
That's him. He ain't trying to save everybody else.
Yeah.
But he'll save him.
Yeah.
It ain't no white man. They came in and helped us build this, pay for the whole production, the whole all that. It's a sponsor.
Yeah.
Like it ain't no he brought Skip in.
Right.
They
But that's
didn't-
what I'm saying. To the people that don't know no better.
And Skip was drowning. He saved that.
Yeah. We was trying to figure out why he was doing it. We don't need Skip, bro.
Right.
We killing. But it was like, yo, what you gonna do? We bring Skip Bayless in. We're gonna bring, I'm like, hey, bring Skip in, bro. If he can save you, try. Right. Man, still on your ass. It don't matter.
That footage came from McCants' recent conversation with Shannon Sharp, where he opened up about the fallout surrounding Gil's Arena. In that interview, McCants didn't hold back. He portrayed Arenas as someone who puts himself first and questioned whether he truly has the group's best interests at heart. But McCants went even further. He implied that Arenas wanted to distance himself from the rest of the crew so he could show everyone that he could succeed without them, even drawing a comparison to Michael Jackson along the way. And now Arenas has responded, with McCants clearly becoming the focus of his comments. His message was essentially that McCants made a choice to take a particular side when he never actually needed to get involved in that way. But there's another detail here that makes this situation even more interesting. Think back to that footage I showed you earlier of Arenas getting settled into his new setup at Playmaker. There was someone else who immediately caught people's attention in that video, Nick Young. And the interesting part is, this wasn't some random clip floating around online. Arenas himself was the one who posted the footage.
From clip. Ain't that many. No. Yeah, he's on up to it, 100%. He's on up to it. We appreciate it. Appreciate y'all. Thank you guys. You guys. Look who showed up. Oh, she was fired, huh? Oh, she was fired. Looking like, oh, shit, crazy. You supposed to be fired, man. After you that's why I'm outside. When you go over here, it's going to be mine.
In that footage, the entire crew appeared to be together at what looked like a celebration for Arenas and Gil's Arena officially becoming part of the Playmaker lineup. You can see Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson there, along with several other familiar faces connected to the Playmaker podcast network. It was also during that event that Arenas was photographed with Shannon Sharpe, and he clearly crossed paths with Acho and Joe as well. Now, here's why that detail matters. Not long after the event, Nick Young released a video of his own, once again taking shots at both Rashad McCants and Underdog. But buried inside his comments was one detail that really changes the way this whole situation looks. Young claimed that Arenas had already warned the group about what was happening with Underdog months earlier, long before the situation became public. In other words, according to Young, Arenas saw the direction things were heading and gave everyone a warning well in advance. So if that account is accurate, Arenas wasn't caught off guard when everything eventually unfolded. He had apparently seen the possibility coming and tried to prepare the others before it happened. And now, with everything that has gone down since, that earlier warning becomes a pretty important part of the story. But rather than me explaining Young's comments, let's hear exactly how he described it himself.
Those that don't know, me and Gilbert is like brothers. That's my big bro. This nigga thought he thought he was gonna leave me and do a show by himself. Shit. Hey man, you can't leave me. I showed up in New York like, hey nigga, this gonna be all year. You might as well get used to it. Might as well sign me or you're gonna have to deal with me every day. At your door, at the school, there's nowhere you could go that I'm not gonna be there. The mother niggas is like Thunderbolt. For me, I'm Spider-Man. You need this swag. So look, they gonna say, man, what you doing here? I said, you thought you could leave me. I didn't have no Underdog outfit on. But it's crazy. Gil told me all this was gonna happen before it happened. We just having conversations. It's crazy how it played out. He said it was gonna happen. And it did. So look, y'all, hey look, man, I'm the newest member of the Gilbert team.
Now, there's a reason I specifically wanted you to watch that clip. During his conversation with Carmelo Anthony, Arenas explained that this was actually the point where his relationship with McCants started to fall apart. According to Arenas, he had personally made McCants aware of what was going on before everything became public. But instead of backing Arenas after hearing the warning, McCants reportedly went in the opposite direction. Arenas said McCants publicly praised the very individual he believed was working against Gil's Arena from inside Underdog. And according to Arenas, that decision is what ultimately created the tension between the two former teammates. So, when you look at the situation from Arenas' perspective, this wasn't simply about one disagreement or one heated exchange. He believes it goes back to McCants being given the information ahead of time, then choosing to support someone Arenas felt was undermining the show. That's the key piece of context to keep in mind before we move forward. Let's take a look at the next clip, and then I'll come back and break down exactly what Arenas was saying.
Arena back independently. I know you spoke about that. Is that still a go?
See, it was going to be August because I wanted to jump them. I wanted to start in when they was on vacation to take the time slot from them because they're not going to want to compete. Now they fired. They fired. You know what I mean?
So nobody from Gilbert Arenas coming back?
Josiah.
Shout out Josiah.
I had the contract since January, bro. I was recruiting because their contract is in September. So I figured that they would be held all the way to September. So I was like, all right, let me get my people. I saved some of the staff members that got fired from the new dude.
But the actual rotating cast.
Yeah, they all got fired.
Nick, Rashad.
Definitely Rashad. I know they still had to do their job, but like I wanted to see where the loyalty was.
You said Rashad specifically. Was there anything that he specifically did that let you know,
Yes.
like, I really can't?
He kept shouting out the dude that was tanking our show. The dude didn't do nothing for you. Your deal was done before he got here. Real talk, he tried to fire you at the beginning of the season. Skip was getting paid for 4 days. He was only there 3. One was gonna be our show. And that was to replace him because they both contrarian. They said Skip does it better. They're looking for these sponsors, so they're trying to fire you. Me and Joe standing on 10 toes. We're good with our roster. We're #1 with our roster. So what they did is like, all right, well, Joe and Gil ain't breaking. Hey, Rashad, you wanna go to the football? Yeah, come on, football on Friday. Yeah, do a little football. So he gonna jump on the football. Then they're like, hey, can Skip come on the show with you? We could do that on Friday too. Then they do an episode with Skip on Friday. And he's like, oh man, me and Skip, and they did that to him. But I'm like, yo, dude never did anything. Why are you going with dude? I told you we had beef and we had war. He's trying to take over Gil's Arena. So you giving him shout outs, 3 of them. So I'm like, all right. It ain't Underdog. Me and Underdog, we good. They just hired a dude who was just a weed. And he kept shotting this dude out. And I was like, all right, okay, y'all got something going on. He done promised you something.
It's a dirty business, boy.
Shot didn't have no problems. Like I didn't have no problem. Like what he did is what he did. It's just that, you know, why you like him? Like why are you picking him over us?
Y'all haven't spoken since?
Nah. If it was Underdog, like giving him a better position and say an Underdog in Germany, like, yo, we want you as a star. Cool. Like you did for 4 years, you deserve your own show and all this.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
But I told you, I have a problem. Me and Joe, he's trying to fire us. He tried to fire you. So we're standing down for you. So for you to pick his side, that became a problem.
So that brings us to the end of the clips that recently surfaced from Carmelo Anthony's podcast, guys. I wanted to walk through everything step by step so you could see the full picture of how the situation unfolded, especially since I've been following the story closely from the very beginning. And when you put all the pieces together, one thing is becoming harder to ignore. It increasingly looks like Rashad McCants may not be part of the next Gil's Arena episode. Whether that changes remains to be seen, but for now, that's where things appear to be heading. Hopefully, this breakdown helped clear up some of the confusion surrounding the situation and gave you the context behind the tension between McCants and Gilbert Arenas. That's going to do it for today's video. If you made it all the way to the end, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.